So today we have with us Keki Mistry from HDFC Group. So thank you so much for talking to Fin Business. There are 2-3 areas I would like to learn from you. HDFC Life IPO was on the radar since so long. What is the biggest benefit HDFC as a group is going to get out of this IPO?
The only thing I would say is that when we look at valuation for HDFC itself, HDFC today has a dual role. Right. We are a large housing finance company. Right. We are also a holding company which holds equity in HDFC Bank, HDFC Life, HDFC Asset Management, Absolutely. Group Finance, HDFC Ergo, and so on and so forth. Now, of all these different companies that we are talking about, at this moment, only 2 companies are listed, right. which is HDFC Bank and Group Finance. Absolutely. The others are unlisted. So the more the companies that get listed, the more becomes the market realization of what the value of those businesses is. For example, if you look at our investments, we hold all our investments in the balance sheet at their original cost Absolutely. And not at fair value. The unrecognized profits on our listed investments, and this is only listed investments, this excludes HDFC Life, HDFC Asset Management, HDFC Ergo, only on listed investments is 1,03,068 crores. If we were to list the life insurance business, then obviously that 1,03,000 figure will go significantly higher. So in our own valuation, where we are valued on a sum of parts basis, listing of the life insurance business will add value to the HDFC share.
Okay, so looking at BFSI sector, all over the globe, all over the world, the BFSI sector as in whole is growing like there is no tomorrow at this particular time, even at the fintech side as well. So how do you envisage the growth of HDFC Group at large going ahead? Because you also have a general insurance company, you also have other subsidiaries. So how do you actually envisage?
Well, in the general insurance, you have to take each company separately. Yes. HDFC Life, they've talked about enough, so I don't want to talk about HDFC Life. HDFC Ergo had a very strong growth this quarter, this year, arising out of the fact that there was a merger with L&T General Insurance, which got completed during the course of the quarter. HDFC Asset Management saw very sharp growth in terms of assets under management. GRU had a 22 or 23% profit growth. HDFC itself on an aggregate, on a consolidated basis, had a 17% growth in profits. So for the group as a whole, touch wood, all the companies have done well.
So since all the companies are doing well, if I give the strategy of next 2 to 3 years or the outlook of next 2 to 3 years, where do you see HDFC Group in terms of
We have never made forward statements and we will avoid making forward statements. But having said that, when we look at the growth numbers, I don't want to get into what happens next quarter or quarter after next or next year, but we take a long-term view, a 5-year view, a 7-year view. I see nothing today which would make me believe that the kind of growth we have seen in the last 5 years is something which cannot be repeated going forward for the next 5 years.
And my last question to the BFSI sector of India, what kind of growth do you envisage in BFSI sector in India? What kind of impact do you see on the PSU banks, the good or the bad, after the recapitalization? How long this will be sustained?
Well, the recapitalization gives the banks capital, the equity capital, which was the need of the hour. It's not the physical cash or the cash which is important. What is important for them is equity. So this gives them the equity, which then will give them the ability to do two things. One is the ability to write off some loans, whatever they need to, take a haircut wherever it's necessary. And secondly, it gives them the capital to be able to grow at a future date whenever the growth in the economic growth or the industrial growth or the corporate growth starts picking up.
Okay, all right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.